Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of In the Great Podcast with just the boys this time. It is I, Marco, and I'm here with your other lovely, very
Lovely.
handsome
Jesus Christ.
co-hosts.
What up with your boy Jay, aka Kimchi Poppy? Coming at you live from Echo Base. How y'all doing today?
Welcome to Integrate Podcast. I'm your main host, Skyline. Anna's on. Hi, Anna. I'm pretty sure she would say, Anna, Anna. This is live. So, guys, let's watch what we say. Let's not talk about Jay's dick size, my dick size. You over there will talk about fucking lick Italian sausages. That shit grew up to like fucking 3K in 2 nights on TikTok.
Yeah, man. Those licked ones, yeah.
Let me lick. I mean, lick.
Whoa.
Leak.
Whoa.
Let me leak.
What the?
When you say leak, I'm like, let me leak my own pick, and I was gonna be like,
that's better than when I said twat. So twat was more inappropriate. So I mean, I guess. Oh my god, Anna said pause, Marco.
you want to see my here? I'll show it to you right there.
All right, let's tackle this one. Ready? I wish we had the girls for this one, but okay. Had you guys ever strung anyone along, and how long did you strung someone along? Even though you maybe you might have interest, maybe you did have interest.
And when you say strung along, you mean? Can you give more details? Can you give an example?
Yeah, see, that's why I kind of wish that we had a girl in this one. So, like, usually girls usually do this where they kind of flirt with the guy, even though they kind of don't have interest in them, but they know that the person likes them. So they just kind of keep feeding them, like slight little moves.
Basically leading them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Marco. Like, if you ever led anyone on, and how long was like the longest you had ever led anyone on?
I have never done that before.
Yeah.
I honestly have never done that before.
Yeah, I don't do
this
that.
Before or after you found Christ?
Both times. The funny thing is, I feel like I do it subconsciously to some girls, like that church girl I was talking about before.
Oh,
like she confessed to me. I'm just like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm not into you. And she probably did it because she thought I was flirting with her, but I was just being nice.
Yeah,
everyone at church is nice, so it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta admit though,
it's
hard to balance that.
Some people get confused with friendliness versus flirtiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that shit.
I think that's a hard ass shit to balance too. The fact that sometimes, like, it's funny because I was talking with one of my friends in the car about this in the car ride about like I never said anything about how she looks because of like the perception most people have on me. It's like if I would have said you look pretty or you look gorgeous, right? Because they know my history, it's like they're gonna take it the wrong way. It's like Kay's being creepy, right? So most of the time when someone looks pretty or cute and stuff, I don't say it because I have a feeling most likely they had heard about me and they're gonna take it as, oh, he's hitting on me. It's the same too when I'm nice to someone. When I'm nice to someone, it's like I have to be careful how much can I be nice before someone thinks that like, oh, he has like a hidden agenda behind it all. So fuck it, I just be a dick to everyone. Problem solved. So I think it's a hard balance. I myself never strung anyone along intentionally. Okay, edit that part out. So I might have like strung. I had.
If we're live, you can't edit this part out.
I know I can't edit. So I had strung people along, or took advantage of like just flirting, right? Just to like maybe get my way or like to get like things easier. For an example, when I brings up this story a lot when me and I was around like going around just going to restaurants and stuff. I hit on one of the hostess, right? That was there because of the fact that like I wanted to get a table faster And the only way that we can get it faster,
Is it the boba like tiger sugar, whatever the fuck?
yeah, the only way that we could get it faster was that I hit on her. And I had no patience at the time, and I was like fucking hangry, and I was like, fuck it, what I'll do is I'm gonna hit on this girl just so we can get seated. And I never talked to her after we got seated, right after that shit. But it's funny because the moment I was doing like these little moves on her, like I was like, I could see him on my left hand side, just like giggling away.
Yeah, didn't you? I'm not sure if this is the same story, but didn't you do the whole glasses move?
Glasses
Just
thing,
like,
right? Yeah.
I didn't want to say that's what I did, but yeah, that's one of it. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, I had intentionally flirted with people and strung someone along. I don't remember ever doing it long though. Like usually it's like, I don't know, first or second time I met them or like things like that. But never for like a really long period of time, because I know some people would lead a guy on. Some girls would lead a guy on for quite some time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just being taken advantage of. So I've never done that, vice versa the other way either. That's my answer. That's a horrible answer. But yeah, at least I admitted it.
And it's out there now because we're live.
Out there now.
Like how you
That's
tried covering it up.
Yeah.
I like. Well, I can edit it in the post episode so they won't see it.
I was watching. It's an exclusive.
There's an exclusive. Okay, well at least you know. All right, so here we go. We're ready to fight for this one.
Oh, shit.
So, what gender, right, boy or girl, do you think usually do like breaks the moral code of, you know, the bros before hoes thing?
Mm-hmm.
Right, for girls, I forgot the fucking phrase that they always say, but like girls have like a girl code that they stick together and they watch each other's back and stuff like that, and for guys it's like, hey, you know, it's like you should stay and stick around with the guys more, and like you shouldn't, like, you know, be so pussy whip and stuff like that, bros before hoes type of
before dicks.
Yeah, chicks. Well, fuck it, we'll use that. Chicks before dicks. So which gender you feel as if breaks that moral code more? Boys or girls?
Bros. The bros break it.
I would say so. Yeah.
I actually agree.
We just got that dog in us, you know what I mean? Like, it just come out. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, the guy code is one of those like unspoken rules. You don't really talk about it like, hey, she's mine. You kind of just assume your bros know.
Yeah.
And then hope for the best. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just hoping for the best.
Assumption. It's a book of assumptions.
Yeah, pretty much. So if it happens, it's kind of on you because you weren't either being very clear with the bro, or you're just, I don't know, you just didn't care that much. But I think the bros would break it more.
I've seen guys broke it more often, where like I've seen a few guys that we know, they start to like once they start dating, they're around their girlfriend so much that they kind of fade away from the circle of friendship.
Yeah.
That, granted, that group doesn't hang out with us anymore, but that is a good primary example, and it's funny because he now is starting to show up in the circle more around that circle of friends, and it's because him and the other girl broke up, or they're no longer together, and now he's back around with his friends again, and like he's a great example of like I've always seen guys start to distance themselves and do the like hoes before their bros instead, I guess you can kind of say, more often.
I will admit I've been guilty of doing that.
You're not the guy I was thinking of. Yeah.
Just admitting to it that I've been guilty of doing that.
But I know the guy. We all know him. I just can't say his name because we're live. So, but he's like one of the bestest example. But yeah, he like when he was with his girlfriend, we were like never saw him ever. He was always around his girlfriend, and then things like that, and which was fine. Like we never really like said much about it. And then when he broke up with his girlfriend, that's when he started coming around. But then he like wonders why most of us stopped doing invitations to him, because every time we invite him, it's like um he never makes it because he always puts his like he'll find an excuse, he'll do something, I don't know, any type of excuse, it doesn't matter what the excuse is. But then like the moment that his girlfriend and him has something to do, like he's there. But like to hang out with his friend, even though to catch up for like a little bit, it's like fucking pulling teeth with him.
It's
And
like awkward.
that's why we kind of just like, okay, cool, that's okay, bros before hoes, I got it. Then you can go be with her. And then the moment that he and that girl broke up, it's like he wanted to come back and hang around with the friends, and he wonders why most of the friends feel some type of way. But he's not the only guy I know who has done that. There's a few, I've seen a lot of guys have done that. I'd never seen girls actually done that, like the chicks before dicks, as Jay might say. I've always seen girls kind of like, even when they're taken with some other guy, they still hang out in a posse, like a little groupie. Still, like they still keep their groupie. It's crazy. Like they still have like their codes are still there. But girls, I don't see girls doing that much. So I would definitely agree with all you guys that it's definitely like guys. I've seen guys do it more than girls. You know what part does bother me though? I don't know about you guys, but this part kind of bugs me. You know when you fucking invite people to things, right?
Mhm.
And then you invite like you might, let's say it's like we're just hanging out us guys, right? And then you invite just all guys, and then they fucking bring their girlfriend along who we didn't invite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it's like,
I've been guilty of doing that too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like a free throw or whatever. Just throwing it out there. It's like, yeah, not with you.
No, to me, it's like I've been in so many of that situation. Be like, yo, I'm gonna go hang out with two of my boys and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, so it's just chilling. But because our conversations are completely different when our girlfriends are not around, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, all right, cool, let's just go and chill and just go hang out. But you don't tell them that you guys want to conversate about maybe some serious matter or whatever, right? You get to the fucking restaurant. Next thing you know, your boy, he brings his fucking girlfriend along, and then you like kind of look at each other, it's like, fuck. Like now you can't talk about it.
This whole plan about what you were gonna talk about and have a good time, and then there just a drench gets thrown into that fucking plan. And
Yeah,
the girl shows up. It's like, fuck. What do we do
yeah.
now?
It's like I understand that people want to be an item, but like, dude, if your friends invited you to something and you're dating someone, ask your friend first if it's okay to bring your girlfriend, man. Oh my god, that is just so. No offense, Marco. I'm sorry, but like that is just so wrong for like. But I guess it's like an unspoken thing, like what Jay was saying. It's not something we bring up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marco
Oh.
and I had a friend that actually used to live here downstairs.
Yep.
He's
I hear about this guy a lot.
yeah, he's a good example. It's actually just like you said, where once he got a girl, he would kind of just fade out in the background.
Oh yeah.
And whenever we would invite him to stuff, he would say, "No, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm spending time with her," and blah blah blah. And
Mhm.
then when we stopped inviting him because he kept declining over and over, we got message. He messaged us later on, like months later, saying like what's up? What happened to you guys? Why aren't you inviting me? Like all that stuff. Like
He really fucking
we used to
questioned it.
hang out. It's like, dude, what do you think?
Yeah, I never got a
Yeah.
message from him. I just,
I
I,
got a
just
message from him.
I think you were the only one. I think.
And I told him straight up, like, we're not mad at you or anything. It's just that if you're happy with her, then you do you. We're
Yeah.
not gonna get in your way. Like you're happy, then that's whatever.
Yeah, because I remember he started hosting like like game nights where he would buy a bunch of different board games, but he would invite a bunch of other different people instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fucked up.
And the thing is, like, again, he was happy with his girl, and I wasn't gonna get in the way. I wasn't gonna be mad saying like, "Oh, you chose her over us."
Yeah.
Because if he's happy, then it's whatever. I'm happy
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
That's when we kind of let him go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the thing is, like,
There's nothing against the girl. I agree with that too. It's like there's nothing wrong with the girl. Yeah.
No. Actually, no. This is an extreme case.
Oh no, I'm saying to the point. Usually when we do that, we don't have anything against the girl. It's just that like it's him individually. You know, I'm saying for me though.
This is an extreme case though, because we did have a problem with his girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She was the one manipulating him, kind of, and we didn't like that shit. That's why we kind of stayed away too. It's like
I remember that.
You do you. Like we're gonna.
Yeah, the whole like when he got married, it was fucked up because I remember I invited him to the baby shower too, and I don't know. He just starts telling me a bunch of shit. I'm like, damn, dude. He's like, you have it bad. He's like, dude, don't get married. He's like, it fucking sucks.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's married?
Yeah.
He's married.
Shit.
Yeah,
I might have glimpsed over that part of the yeah, okay.
Yeah, he got married a few years ago.
Yeah. Are they still together?
Yeah.
Yep. That's his life, so
yeah, it's his life. But it's the audacity to question your friends of why. I think that part is fucked up. Don't fucking question your friend why when you decide to be flaky with your friends and you did the fucking hoes before bros instead. It's like, don't fucking question your friends why they act some type of way. I never even met this dude, but I felt like I adopted the hatred with it.
Funny about that, like it's such a good point that I completely forgot about him and about that whole situation. Yeah. Like he literally did fade. Like it's like Thanos, snapped him out of existence. I completely forgot about him.
Literally just disappeared and then overnight. It's crazy.
I hope Facebook just shows him memories just so he'd be like,
yeah.
I chose pussy over this. Okay. Hope
he's happy now.
It wasn't even good pussy.
Okay.
Next question.
Do you guys think girls fart are more deadlier than guys fart?
Yeah, everyone has deadly farts.
No, but do you feel as if the females fart are like on a different level from us guys?
It depends on what you eat and how your how your body processes the food.
I was with a girl for a really long time and we ate the same food. And we both farted around each other, but for some bizarre reason, hers, like, I don't even think a gas mask or an N2 fucking, that shit is like the next COVID strand. Fucking her fart is deadly as fuck.
I had the whole, like, her farting under the covers experience before, and I did have to open a window to let it out. we laughed it out. It was funny, but, no, it wasn't like bad. I was just doing it just for the hell of it.
I mean, everyone's body's different, so it depends on how they process.
I think guys have it worse because we eat this most random shit.
Yeah,
I think ours is like thunder, where it's like it's louder and it's more noticeable because of the sound. But I think girls are like fucking lightning, where it's like you can get damaged by it.
It's quick and it's fucking like it's like a ninja just hits you in the face.
Yeah, it's like you see it but you don't hear it, but then it does damage.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, I just think it depends on how everyone's body processes the food and stuff.
Like mannerisms, I'm pretty sure guys fart everywhere, no matter what.
Yeah,
that's a guy thing, right? Whereas girls, they just try and hide it as best they can.
Yeah, unless they
when it happens, it's like, what, did you fart?
Unless they get to a so super like comfortable level, then they'll just fart in front of you, like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with this one girl who never farts when she's awake, but she somehow farts when she's asleep. There was one time we were playing Destiny, this game called Destiny, and then I was talking to actually Jay, I think you were in that group, and I was talking to you guys, and then you guys started to notice that my English started to fall off and I was grasping for air, right? And then my character just stood still out of nowhere like I was AFK, right? And that was because she was asleep behind me and she farted, right? And I couldn't breathe, and I had to drop the remote and fucking like go get the fucking Lysol spray and shit.
Jesus Christ.
And he like, hey, you're right. Did you lost connection? I was like, no, connection to my lifeline. Yeah. I was like, dude, my girl just farted. I couldn't breathe. I hope she doesn't see this, but if she does,
hope she
whatever.
does.
She's an ex for a reason.
That's
Well,
fine.
I told that story to her, so it's fine. So when it comes to either current, past, previous, or just currently how you are right now, right? When it comes to relationships in general, what do you feel you need to improve upon that you're willing to admit? That you know, like maybe they brought it up to your attention that you lack this, or maybe your friend brought it up to your attention that you lack that. What is something you are self-aware that you notice that you need to improve upon when it comes to relationship?
For
Make
me, it's
sense?
time management. Time management is the one that sucks for me right now. I barely have time to do anything. That's one of the reasons why I'm not actively looking for a girl right now. It's just that I don't have time. Even back then, like my last ex, I was in college,
Mhm.
so I had no time for her either.
Yeah,
We would literally have to plan everything like days ahead of time.
yeah. It's that's like your situation is a good example of timing is everything for a relationship to work out.
Hmm.
Because if you don't have the time, it's just not gonna happen.
It's
It's not
rough.
gonna work out. Yeah,
It is really rough.
it's set up to fail.
I have like a whole army. I'm trying to pick one because, of course, I'm not perfect either. Even though most people fucking think like some people think like they go above and beyond. I still have exes that want to run back to me and stuff like that. I think for me, it's kind of similar to Jay's, but I wouldn't call it time management. But I would call it time and effort management for me. Because the way that, okay, so this is the argument which kind of makes sense of what my ex girlfriend was saying to me, right? My ex wasn't jealous of other females. I guess you can kind of say is to her, the way she looked at it is that she knows that I'm a very valuable person in her life who will kind of help her navigate through, to life together. And she sees that I am very selective of the people that I give my time and energy to help assist other people with problems or to navigate through things or taking time out of my busy, hectic schedule to do things for her, such as like she'll know that like I'll give my sister energy to deal with her chemo and stuff like that. She'll notice that I'll help my mother out with a few things. I'll help out my close friends when they need stuff, and then the small little increments of time or whatever in between is us. It's me and her. We do things together, such as laundry and stuff like that, or whatever, right? To her, when she sees another girl kind of come up to me, either it's through texting or messaging and stuff like that, even though the girl's a friend or quote unquote whatever, right? To her, it's the part that like she knows that I don't have much time and energy, and she doesn't want to see me use it on individuals who she feels as if will either take advantage of it or really don't respect the time and energy that I have. So to her, she tries to protect me from individuals she feels as if may be a potential threat, and that would be draining of me. So that's the way she looked at it instead of like looking at it as like some people thought she was just jealous, but that's the way she looked at it. So she was trying to keep well, female in this case, she was trying to keep other females away from me, and so I wouldn't be taken advantage of because I'm that valuable of a person. That makes sense. That's the way she
Yeah.
described it. But to me, I looked at it as, and this is the part that I had trouble with, is I looked at it as she was acting insecure, which was wrong of me to look at it that way until she explained it the way that I just explained it. Everything that I said was the way she explained it. So that was something that I needed to understand, is that I needed to learn how to balance out my time and energy to the correct individuals who deserves it, because I don't have much with the hectic schedule that I have. So that's something I need to improve upon, which is probably why I'm fucking single for this long, because I just don't have time for anyone.
It's like when
That's
you get older, you just have a lot of shit to do.
Look at my fucking bathroom. I told myself I would take a week to do it, or 2 weeks. It took me a whole ass month. And I'm still not done. But YouTube and Google,
There you go. Yeah.
that's something I definitely need to improve upon when it comes to relationship. I need to like
Now, is it approve or improve? That's what
improve.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Improve?
yeah, kind of like improve or
Oh.
like just something that you know that you lack when it comes to relationship. Like say for an example, another one, like I said, I have a whole list. Is that my strongest love language is act of service, right? I do a lot of things for people, but I just don't say it or desire recognition or anything like that. But the problem is that when I'm with certain individuals, is my words of affirmation, it's really low. So to them, they take it as like because I don't say it and I kind of just assume things. It's a communicational skill that I need to kind of improve upon. That's like another one, if that makes sense. Like I said, I have a whole list. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it would be that words of affirmation because of my ex. She was the type to she always like that acknowledgement, especially through social media, but I wasn't into that. Like she'd always post me about it, but I wouldn't really post her about.
Is that what they call attention?
Yeah.
Well, it
But I didn't
depends.
but I
Yeah.
like I understood her. Like, looking back at it, I get it. I get it now. And then the other thing too was like what Kay said earlier about who do you give your time and energy to? Because I was like that. Like I hadn't, I didn't have a good balance of it. I didn't know how to balance it all. Like I would either mostly focus on doing stuff that I wanted to do, and then when she wanted to do stuff she wanted to do, I didn't really want to do it. Or I would just focus time to spend with her, but then not with my friends or stuff like that. That was so for me that would definitely be one, learning how to balance everything, like have it all perfectly balanced. Have like my own
Yeah.
personal time, then to give time to other people.
Yeah, it's tough, and I tend to give it. Ooh, just shook the whole camera. I tend to give it to individuals that aren't I wouldn't say not deserving of it, but it could have been given to someone else instead.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance, at least for me. Do you guys find this statement true or false? So the statement goes, girls find it offensive that when a guy takes too long to arrive in the but girls take it as a compliment when a guy arrives really fast. You find that statement true or false?
Sorry, what?
So basically, all right, you know what? I'll
You want it to end quick? Is that it? Like, what the
no. So do you think this is true or do you think this is fake? Right? Let's think of it this way. Is it true that girls, when a guy comes too fast, they take that shit as a compliment? Girls start to question if guys are taking too long, that they kind of feel like their self-esteem is kind of attacked. Like, what the hell is going on? What's taking him so long? Like, there's something wrong with them. Like, do you find that statement true or false?